Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw from Mayfield. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues...
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. On second down now, it's Miller. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Newton incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show down down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and then go deep.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to...
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Point it right.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Landry, the intended target. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Back to throw. Newton. He finds Matthews. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Mayfield now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He was brought down there by Will Parks. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now Riddick. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half. We'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. He was looking for Matthews that time. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Mayfield down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Third and short yardage. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, this is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 30 on 2nd down, Newton, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Undercrunch. Check 43. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Run. Bravo!
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
What you just saw there, first-round talent. Second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season, it's big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now it's Hunt. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Newton. Going deep here for Matthews. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Now you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 42 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Newton on first down. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Sheldon Richardson coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Newton flushed out right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Newton. He's going to air it out deep from... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They go play action. Mayfield dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when they're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Regular. Hey, high 7.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. It's caught. Beckham. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Kirksey. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Play action. It's Newton. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Again, Newton. And Matthews makes the grab. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Newton. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Damian Ratley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Newton. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. He finds back. Work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming. 20. Check it out.
Newton on first down. He's got it to Matthews, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And out across midfield, down to the 45. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They run it again with Chubb, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Now it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Kenny Stills the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.